Hello, welcome to my roll it back. Hello, welcome to my Mean Girls movie musical review. I went to see it Wednesday night, today is Friday, and I have some thoughts. Let's start with the good. So the good mainly is the cast. You have Renee Rapp, played the role on Broadway as well. Amazing voice. She carried in many ways. The actress who played Karen was excellent. She stole the show as well as the actor who played Damien, who was in A Strange Loop on Broadway. So we have some Broadway veterans, and that really showed. Another positive was that it was somewhat self-aware. Like, it wasn't entirely making fun of itself, but it definitely made some references recognizing that this is a much later musical version of a movie that had already been made. For my third and final positive, I think the book was a positive. Tina Fey wrote the original and the new one, and it showed. She added some new jokes that were very effective, and she played on the old jokes in creative ways. So I think overall it was a good script. As for the bad, number one is the set. I took real issue with the high school they chose and the way that they lit the school. It was very dull and colorless, except for scenes where they purposefully added color. I was very surprised. It looked very budget. The beginning was giving kind of like SNL high school sketch. And considering this is a theaters movie produced by Paramount, a lot of big people involved, that was a miss for me. Another issue I had with the movie was that the girls weren't that mean. Like, a big purpose of the original film was to showcase the way that girls treat each other in high school and how gross it is, and they're calling each other names every 5 seconds, and those became famous quotes, and we were kind of able to laugh at it. And in the new one, I don't know if it's because they were trying to represent a different time or they were kind of playing it a little safe, but the meanness was the same as the original except less. So they weren't throwing around slut. They weren't showing that side that made the original what it was, I think. It's also hard when you have a movie that impacted pop culture and people to the extent that Mean Girls did, to create a movie that people are going to want to watch over the original. And I don't think that they did that. Like, if you wanted a musical, I guess, but in terms of offering enough that you would watch this instead, I think there are very few people that would do that. My third point for the bad was the source material, which they can't really help. You can edit the musical, you can add songs, take some out. But in general, this musical did not justify the movie being turned into a musical for me. It didn't ruin it. It wasn't terrible, but I saw the musical on Broadway and I remember thinking, they're trying to do Legally Blonde, but they're not doing it as well. And the music does not justify this being more than a movie. And I was kind of hoping the movie musical would do enough to persuade me otherwise, and it didn't. I really enjoyed the movie. I'm not going to say don't see it. If you like the musical, I think you'll like it. But it was fun. It was enjoyable. I think the music is still meh. And I think that the cast and the book are the reasons to see it. If you do not like musicals and you're like, maybe I'll like this musical because I like Mean Girls, I don't think you will. The songs and the way that the musical numbers are done are very musical theater, very breakout into song, randomly musical theater. And so I don't think that this is going to turn a non-musical theater fan into a fan. But if you like musicals and you like Mean Girls, I think you can enjoy it. I hope this helped inform your decision a little bit as to whether or not you see it. I love talking about movies, TV, music. My goal is to make more of these and see stuff really early on so we can talk about it soon. So let me know what your thoughts were if you saw it. If there's anything you want me to see and review so you don't have to waste your time, let me know. I'll waste my time.